Alright, the last Hoover I'm showing off for today is this Concept 1 with power drive, upright vacuum. This is actually one of the newest vacuums I recently picked up a few months ago. I got it from the thrift store for 15 bucks. And this was the condition it was in when I found it. Unlike all my other machines I did videos on here at the shed, I actually didn't dust this one down at all. So the belt is snapped, but however the belt for the power drive still works. But other than that, both the headlights are burnt out and there's a little bit of tear on the bag, but not too much to where I would have passed up on this. And honestly, I could just end up replacing the outer bag if I find one in better condition than this. Overall, this works absolutely amazing. I've actually wanted one of these for quite some time now. It's actually one of my most favorite Concept ones ever because I just really like the color scheme on this. The blue, the dark blue, and the lighter one reminds me of similar colors that we used on the Panasonics, like the JetFlow MC6215, for example. Very similar. And so that's really what drew my interest on one of these. Well, I think pretty much all Concepts I do like, especially the ones sold over in Europe. I don't think there's any one of them I would turn down on ever. But there is one other model I'd like to find, which is basically a step below this. Other than the cord rewinder, it doesn't have. The colors are different to where it's actually more of a orange / maroon color, as that one was pretty much a childhood machine. So I'd love to find that one of these days. I actually saw one before at the thrift store, and I don't know why I passed down on it, but I kick myself now for not getting it. So hopefully one day I'll find another one. So I love Concepts to death. I mean, they are pretty much the director machines that I definitely would have bought in a heartbeat back in the day. They look cool. They are solidly built machines, very reliable. Got a nice, pleasant sound to them, assembled in the US. I love the cord rewinder it uses, because I am crazy with vacuums that uses cord rewinders, minus the cheap, crappy ones like Bissell's, for example. But even though a certain elite model is my all-time favorite Hoover, the Concepts / Power Max, or if this even counts, the Conquest, since they sound similar to these, are my most favorite from Hoover ever. Now, even though these are excellent machines, probably the most perfect Hoovers in my taste, well, unless the Insight / profile models don't count, it's got its drawbacks. So it doesn't have the most height adjuster selectings. I would have preferred if it had more than just 3, because I know there are certain carpets, like my aunt's, for example, that despite being on shag, it sometimes struggles to get down fully completely. And even if you put it on polish, it just feels like it's just too down on the carpet. And then also, wheels are plastic. Doesn't have the best filtration. And these technically do come with a tool conversion kit that you can use, but honestly, it would have been better just to pair this up with a Hoover canister instead, or something else that I probably would have liked more better. But it would have been more cooler if you had this matching with another Hoover. So anyways, despite that, it's an excellent machine. I think what's really unique is that even though this is a used machine and it has seen better days, I have never seen a concept brush chip in such good condition as this one. I mean, just look how far it sticks out into the carpeting. I don't know if this is either replacement or what, but these are just I mean, it blows my mind that this is the most excellent condition brush I've ever seen on a concept. So yeah, even though there are still other direct air machines I would prefer over this instead, like my Simplicity Freedom that I'll do a video on next, but these are, again, these are just such a joy and a pleasure. So without further ado, I'll go ahead and plug this in. Even though I like the cord rewinder on this, this is actually something that it does need a little bit of help to rewind back in completely. I mean, it still works, but it could be due to the fact that it's just from the age. Maybe back then the cord rewinder was in better condition. Nonetheless, cord rewinders are one of, if not my most favorite features ever on a vacuum. So go ahead and turn this on. As I mentioned before, you just give it a little bit of help. It's really not that too big of a deal. Still, I would much prefer this over taking the incredibly short cord down on the non-cord rewind models. So, well, not perfect, but anyways, hope you've enjoyed this video, and thanks for watching.